guys, welcome back to my channel, The Vegan Vanity Fair. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of like a get ready with me, first impressions, like a little like chit chat kind of. I do have a few drugstore products that I recently purchased at CVS or Walgreens, one of those two, I can't remember. But they're like the e.l.f. Illuminating Primer and the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Foundation. I have been looking for a good, like affordable, of course, liquid foundation, and I purchased it literally like 2 days ago. So I want to see how it works on my skin, what the formula is like, and let you guys know. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I just washed my face and then I put a little bit of oil just because I do have dry skin, and this is going to be my first time trying this new e.l.f. Illuminating face primer. I mean, it's not new, but it's new for me basically. So I wanted to give you guys like a little, you know, first impressions. So it's supposed to like give your face like a nice glow, like a nice dewy finish, which is just what I need because I do have dry skin. So let's see how it ends up looking. Ooh. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna start off by putting on a little bit. And it does have like a nice yellow tone, so I do see how this is going to make my skin like nice and bright. So far, I really like the formula. It feels like a little bit like oily, but it's like nice and smooth. But it's like a thicker oil, not so much like grease. I like it so far. I don't know if you can like actually tell on the camera, but it does have like tiny like little specks of glitter. So I do see why it's like the illuminating primer. It's almost like a full facial highlighter basically. That's what it seems like. If you have warm like undertones, I say go for it. This will also be my first time trying the new Wet n Wild, Photo Focus Foundation. I got the shade Bronze Beige, and I've been looking for a liquid foundation. The ones that I have are like either powder or like full on like matte liquid foundations, and I wanted a liquid foundation that wasn't matte because matte foundations just usually end up leaving my skin looking even more dry than it already is. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and try this one. And it's also the fact that it's a drugstore foundation and it's completely vegan. So I said, why not? It was like $6 or $7, so I'm excited to try it out. Okay. I've never applied my foundation like this, so it's a little odd. It straight up smells like house paint. I feel like I'm about to paint the apartment. Weird. So I've heard that this foundation is like medium coverage, but it is nice and buildable. So let's see. Oh, and I'm going to be applying it, of course, you already know, with my Luxie Beauty Flat Top Kabuki, which is my favorite foundation brush like ever. I haven't been really applying foundation to my forehead because of my bangs, so I just kind of like end it like at my eyebrows. I do think it's like medium to full coverage. I think you can like keep building it, but for like everyday foundation, I think it offers a good amount of coverage. You know, if you just want to apply something quickly, don't have to work it too much, I think it's good. And you can find it at CVS or Walgreens, so that's a big bonus right there. Just a heads up before I continue, like half of my face products for this video are going to be Wet n Wild because I feel like they've really stepped up their game. Like, I really like what they're coming out with nowadays. Like their Mega Volume Mascara has become one of my favorites so far. So that's why I went ahead and purchased like the contour and highlight sticks, concealer, which I've had for a little while, and then I decided to give the foundation a try, and so far so good. The foundation stick can be a bit on the like thicker side, so you do have to work it a little bit, but it's nice and it offers a good amount of coverage. Another reason why I've been like purchasing like Milani, Wet n Wild, and e.l.f. is because I feel like I usually talk to you guys about makeup brands that are only like online, so I do want to explore more on the drugstore side, even though, you know, it's not green beauty at all, but I want you guys to see what options are out there, you know, especially, you know, it's totally happened to me, like I'm in a hurry or I just like run out of something and I forgot to order it online. I can just go over to Walgreens or CVS or whatever and purchase a good product. So that's why I've been trying to purchase more drugstore stuff. I will not be setting my under eye area because I forgot my powder. But for my eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is the shade Chocolate. The reason why it's the chocolate one and not like a black one is because when I purchased this, I had like brown hair with like red undertones, or vice versa, I can't remember. It was something like that. So that's why I purchased that one, but I'm not even close to finishing it. Like, I've had this product for such a long time and I'm like nowhere close to finishing it. So it's gonna be a while till I purchase another one, and who knows what color my hair will be by then. So for my eyebrows, I'm gonna be using, of course, the Straight to the Point from MOTD Cosmetics. If you guys haven't already, Steven and I made a video the other day just talking about like why we became vegan, what that process was like. So I'll go ahead and link it down below for those of you who are interested, or that, you know, are struggling, not struggling, but just need some inspiration, I guess. We know how difficult it can be sometimes to get started. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch that, I'll go ahead and link that down below. It's like it doesn't matter how long you've been doing your eyebrows, it's just not happening. So every time I film, we have to turn off the AC because our microphone is so sensitive. It picks up like the sound of the AC. So just a little behind the scenes. So for this video, I thought I'd go ahead and use my Mother Bear's Handmade little palette that I created a few weeks back. Not a few weeks back, like a few months back, because I posted a look I did with it a little while ago on my Instagram, and I got so many comments and likes. So I just thought I'd go ahead and like show you guys kind of what I did. Before I get started with my eyeshadow though, I am going to prime my eyelids with the Milani eyeshadow primer, which this is by far the best eyeshadow primer I have tried. Before, I used to be in love with the Urban Decay, what was it, like primer potion or something like that, but I no longer purchase Urban Decay, and it just so happened that I needed a primer and I really wanted to try this one out, and I'm really glad I did. I did a little like time lapse on my Instagram stories. I showed you guys what my eyeshadow looked like in the very beginning when I first applied it, like in the morning, and then I kept going back and, you know, like putting pictures of my eyeshadow throughout the day, and I had it on for like 8 or 9 hours. No crease, no smudges. It looked just as amazing as it did when I first applied it. So highly recommend this product. Again, it's drugstore, so Walgreens or CVS, you can go ahead and get that there. So to apply my base shadow, I'm going to be using the Luxie 229 Taper Blending Brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start with this color over here. I'll go ahead and link it down below because I cannot remember what they're called. I can't remember what each of these are called, but I'll go ahead and link them down below and in the order that I put them on my eyes, on my eyelid. So the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this one is because it's almost the exact same color of my skin. So it's almost gonna just like set my makeup, and then it's gonna make the other eyeshadows blend a lot easier. If you guys haven't checked out Mother Bear's Handmade, I really recommend it. She has like every possible eyeshadow you can think of. Like, she has such a wide selection, and I love that it's, you know, a small Etsy shop and she makes everything herself, obviously Mother Bear's Handmade. And she even takes like custom orders. Like, I know she's made like dupes for like this like little Tom Ford like quad eyeshadow palette. She made or like duped the Urban Decay Heat palette. So if you guys are interested in creating your own little palette or creating your own color, go ahead and contact her. Because I'm going to be creating like a cool tone look, I'm going to be using this like greenish brownish color. I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my crease, and then apply just a tiny amount of this brown copper color. And the very last one that I'm going to use is this like icy blue one. So now I'm going to be using this darker brown color and applying it only to the outer corner of my eye, just to give it a little bit more depth. Now for mascara, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Volume mascara. I love the length and volume that it gives my eyelashes. It's like it gives them like a really dramatic look. Now for contour, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contour stick, and I did get a shade that's a little too dark for me. They were out of the one that I should have gotten, but I really wanted to try it out. So I'm going to be applying a really small amount. I'd never purchased like stick contour or anything, so it was definitely a new concept for me. And I did have some issues like blending it out at first, but I've gotten better at it, I guess. I'm going to be using the Real Techniques 301 brush because it's like a lot like more tough, I guess you can say. And it's not like a really like soft brush, because since it's a cream contour and it's a little bit on the thicker side, I really want to be able to blend it out well. For highlight as well, I'm going to be using the other Wet n Wild highlighting stick, and this one is a bit thicker. Like I said, I'm not used to like the cream highlight and contour concept, so I just kind of apply it on the highest points, of course, and then I work it with my finger. I don't go in with a brush. Alright, and finally for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Glory Boon Mermaid Kisses. This is a lip gloss, and it is like it's a darker pink, but it has a nice cool undertone, which really goes well with the eyeshadows. So that's why I went ahead and chose this one. Now to set my makeup, I'm going to be using the Mario Badescu facial spray. This one is the aloe, cucumber, and green tea one. I've been loving it because the aloe creates like a little like sticky feel, which is great for setting your makeup or even just like refreshing it throughout the day. So here you guys have it, the finished look. It was definitely a mix of a good amount of drugstore makeup and then like green makeup as well. I'll go ahead and link every single product I used down below in the description box. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.